Montreal. You're watching Game 2 of the Twiight doubleheader between the New York Mets and the Montreal Expos. On the mound for the Montreal Expos will be Bill Lee, and for the New York Mets will be Mark Bomback. This is Game 2 of the Twiight doubleheader.
Meet the Mets, step right up and greet the Mets. Bring your kiddies, bring your wife, guaranteed to have the time of your life, because the Mets are really socking the ball, knocking those home runs over the wall. East side, west side, everybody's coming down to meet the M-E-T-S Mets from New
And we welcome you again to Olympic Stadium in Montreal tonight. It'll be Game 2 of the Twiight doubleheader between the Montreal Expos and the New York Mets. Game 1 was won by, if you want to watch it on the channel, it is on there. It was a Steve Rogers performance of the ages as he dazzled the New York Mets through 9 innings. This will be Game 2. The Mets are now 2 games in back of the fighting Philadelphia Phillies, who are off today on this date on a Monday. We're going to play Game 2. Let's go over the lineups so you'll see them on your screen. For the Mets, Joel Youngblood leads off in right field. Batting second will be Bill Allman at short. He'll be played instead of Frankie T. Lee Mazzilli at first. Steve Henderson in left. Jerry Morales gets the start in center. Elliot Maddox at third. Alex Trevino behind the plate. Doug Flynn at second. And on the mound is Mark Bomback. Expos defensively, LaFleur, Dawson Valentine, Parrish, Spires, Scott Cromartie. Ramos gets the start behind the plate in Game 2, and Bill Lee is your pitcher. Bill Lee's 5-6, 5.43 ERA, 141 hits, 104 innings. That's not good. 30 Ks and 15 walks, and he's given up 10 gopher balls. The eccentric Bill Lee, the left-hander, he's a +5, so if the Mets get on base, they can probably run, and run they will do. So the Mets will start. Joel Youngblood will be leading off for the Mets as we begin Game 2 of the Twiight doubleheader here on the Sports Time Machine. Hello, everybody. Pull up a chair and stay with us a while, as it is game time here on the channel. Just give me 1 second here. I'm going to pull it up here so hopefully other people can be watching. Can we see it? Hear me? Okay, we can hear me. Good. That's good. Play ball. All right. So you know what? Looks like we're going to have to do a little bit of something different here. Let's go ahead and move the... Looks like you guys can't see the dice that I'm normally using, so we'll put it right here. Yep, put it right down there. You can't see the one in the middle that I put there. I don't understand why. So let's hopefully you guys can see the dice rolling on, let's see, I'm going to take a couple practice swings. So let's take a practice swing here, and we'll send Joel Youngblood to the plate, make sure he can swing. This does not count, and let's do this. Let's see. So I rolled a 6-6 with an 8 split. So we go back to game screen, and you can see a 6-6 with an 8 split. So, all right, we're all set for baseball here in Montreal. Pull up a chair and stay with us a while. It's time for baseball here on the channel. So here we go. So Joel Youngblood, he gets the first shot today. He will lead off. And let's see, Youngblood on the season hitting .330, 8 homers, 60 RBIs. He's kind of tailed off a little bit. Bill Lee, the left-hander. This should be a good time for the Mets to start hitting. Let's see if they do. Bill Lee, the eccentric left-hander with the windup. Here's the first pitch. It's going to be a 1-12. That's a ground ball down the third. Parrish has got it, throws it across the diamond, and you got your first out of the doubleheader. So 1 away. So now here is Bill Allman Bill Ullman taking the spot at shortstop today. He is hitting 186, no homers, 1 RBI. Not a bad looking shortstop to get in this game every so often. Bill Lee looks in, gets a sign from Ramos. Here's the pitch. And this will be a 3-8 and struck him out. So that's 2 quick outs here. And now up for the Mets will be Lee Mazzilli. He's put in the 3rd spot today. Mazzilli hitting .312, 17 homers, 55 RBIs. Let's see if Mazzilli can get started here against the left-hander. We know about Mazzilli's power here at Olympic Stadium. Little better weather conditions in Game 2. Home runs to a lefty is 1-10, to a right-hander is 1-4. So let's see if Mazzilli can crank one here. Bill Lee looks in, gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Mazzilli. That's a 6. That's a 6 against a righty. That's a fly ball in the center field. That is Dawson, makes the catch, and the Mets go down 3 up, 3 down. Let's go to the bottom of the 1st here in Montreal. No score. For the Expos, Ron LaFleur lead off, followed by Rodney Scott. He'll be followed by Andre Dawson and Ellis Valentine. And then it'll be Warren Cromartie at first, Larry Parrish at third, Chris Spire at short, Ramos behind the plate, and Bill Lee is your pitcher. Met defensively, Henderson, Morales, Youngblood, Maddox, Allman, Flynn, and Mazzilli. Trevino behind the plate, and Mark Bomback is on the mound. The Met defense has really been letting him go lately. The last game, the couple errors really cost them the game. So here we go. LaFleur leads off. LaFleur hitting .271, 3 homers, 30 RBIs. Trevino sets the target. Mark Bomback on the mound for the Mets. He's 7-6, 4.81 ERA. And the windup, here's the pitch. That's going to be a 4-6 to Bomback. And that's a single on a 1-3. That is flagged down nicely by the 3rd baseman. Maddox throws him out and ends that batter. So Maddox had to get to it quickly. He did on a 1-hopper. Throws it across the diamond. 4-6, single 1-3, ground ball A, because he rolled a 13, so 1 away. So now here is Rodney Scott. Rodney Scott, .263, no homers, 38 RBIs, menace on the bases, 49 steals. Him and LaFleur, probably one of the best combinations you'll see. Trevino sets the target. Mark Bomback with the windup, and here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 1-6 to Scott. That is going to be a single on 1-6. That's not going to work so well. That is going to be a line drive to the 2nd baseman, Doug Flynn. So again, a split chance base hit for the Expos is thwarted. A 13 on the 20 gets him out of there. So 2 outs here in the 1st. So now it brings up the center fielder, Andre the Hawk Dawson. Dawson still trying to find his oats this year. .288, only 3 home runs, 51 RBIs. What has happened to this man's power right now? Dawson, the big right-handed hitter. Trevino behind the plate sets the target. Bomback puts down the sign, and here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 1-2 for Dawson. Oh, and it hit him, and he could be hurt. So Dawson hit by a pitch. Let's see if they take him out of the ball game, and he does. So Dawson has to come out, which means Jerry White will probably have to come in. No, Roland Office comes in. He'll run for Dawson, and he's out the game. So Dawson is out just for a game-only injury. So that's a huge injury for the Expos right there in the 1st inning. Valentine was hurt in Game 1 of this series, and now here is Ellis Valentine coming back for the nightcap. So Roland Office on at first. Let's roll the havoc. Make sure the computer doesn't want to steal. Are we ready? Trevino sets the target. Bomback now working from the stretch. And here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 5-8 on Bomback. Is a walk. So now that puts 2 Expos on, and the Mets have to worry. Bray Burris was never the same after getting shelled in 1 inning, and the Expos on like 20-2, and that was early on in this replay. I remember it was one of the most devastating games I played on here, losing to the computer like 20-2. It's like Bray Burris could not even get out of the 1st inning. The Expos 2 on, 2 outs here, and it's going to be the 1st baseman, Warren Cromartie. So Cromartie comes up against Bomback. Big opportunity. He's not clutch, so it could be an interesting. Trevino sets. Bomback from the stretch. Let's roll the havoc. Make sure there's nothing there. There's not. And the pitch by Bomback is going to be a 2-8, and there's a single for Cromartie. That should knock in the opening run of the ball game. Let's see if they score office from second. A single, 2 stars. They do. Expos lead 1-0. So the Expos already take a 1-0. First and first and third, 2 outs. Can you get to it? No. We'll take the station identification here on the Sports Time Machine. We'll be right back right after this.
It's time to wake up.
I'll say that to you. 77%. I guess it's working. We are back for game 2 of this doubleheader between the Mets and Expos. Expos lead 1-0, 2 outs in the first, and now here's Larry Parrish. So Parrish, 213, 11 homers, 40 RBIs. He's a little bit on the clutch side. Trevino sets the target. Bomback from the stretch. Let's roll the havoc. Make sure they're not doing anything with Cromartie. They're not. Here's the pitch from Cromartie, and that's going to be a 3-6 for Parrish. And that's in the middle of some hits. That's a pop up to the shortstop. That's Allman makes the play. Expos strand 2. They lead 1-0. So the Mets need to get on the ball here. They cannot afford to get swept here in Montreal. It's a 5-game series. This series can really just murder them in the standings. They have a series with St. Louis this weekend. Steve Henderson will bat. He's been on in and off this lineup. He's hit 292, 2 homers, 32 RBIs. That's about his average for the year. So he's hitting pretty good. He just needs to get that power up like Andre Dawson. He only has 2 home runs. Ramos sets the target. Let's roll the havoc on Bill Lee. Shouldn't be a problem. Here's the pitch, and it's going to be a 3-9 for Steve Henderson. Let's get to my guys. 3-9 to a lefty. Struck him out of all that stuff in the 3 column, and Henderson finds a K. Double shift. And now here's the third baseman, Elliot Matic. So Elliot comes up. I'm sorry, this is Jerry Morales. Jerry Morales, but I can't find his card in my stack. Comes up. He's hitting 217, 1 homer, 16 RBIs. Mets trail 1-0, 1 out in the second. So Ramos puts down the target. Bill Lee, here's the pitch. Let's roll the havoc. Nothing going. Let's bat. 1-7 for Morales. Fly ball left field. That will be Ron LaFleur. Makes the catch, and there's 2 outs. And now here's Elliot Matic. So Matic, the batter, 245, 2 homers, 35 RBIs. Ramos sets the target. Bill Lee with the windup. The havoc is thrown. 3-9 to a lefty. It's a fly ball left field. Mets are retired a second. Inning and a half in the books. 1-0 Expos. For the Expos, Chris Spire will be followed by Ramos and Lee. So bottom of second here at La Montreal. Trevino sets the target. Mark Bomback sets in. Let's roll the havoc on Spire. Make sure we're not bunting for a hit or anything. Here's the pitch. That's gonna be a 5-4 righty fly ball center field. Morales. What did I just roll? What did I roll here? 5. Oh, I rolled a 5-11. Ah, no. So let's re-roll that. Hang on, folks. Let's replay this one. So you got out anyway. Let's replay that. Let's undo. And I thought I rolled a 5-4. I guess, did I re-roll a 5-11? Let's see. I guess I can't go back and look. I guess that was a ballpark single, but it's an 18. It's a line drive shortstop. So Bill Lee, Chris Spire, ballpark singles on a 5-11 is going to be a 1-2-12. It was an 18, so that is an out. Actually, it's a 5-10, and that was a cat jack. So 1 away. And here's Bernard Ramos. He gets the start today for Gary Carter. 214, 14 at bats, a double, 2 ribbies, right-handed hitter. Trevino sets the target. Bomback with the pitch. Let's roll the havoc on Mr. Ramos. Nothing going on there. Let's swing. It's a 5-6 on Mr. Bomback. That's a strikeout looking. So Mark Bomback continues to impress. He gets a big strikeout. That's 2 away. And now it's time for Bill Lee. Still hits a little bit. So this should be fairly interesting. Bill Lee, 220 hitter, 41 at bats, has a double. He's a left-handed hitter. Trevino sets the target. Mark Bomback with the pitch. And here it is. It's going to be a 1-7. Struck him out. So Mark Bomback, 2 more strikeouts in second. We go to the third. 1-0 Montreal. It'll now be Trevino, Flynn, and Bomback to bat for the Mets here in the third. Trevino, so far on the season, 297, no homers, 17 ribs. Ramos sets the target. Bill Lee looks in. Let's roll the havoc, make sure there's nothing going on. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 3-10 to Trevino against a lefty. And that's an extra base hit for Trevino. A double for Trevino. And he continues to have a big season. 3-10. And that's going to be a 2. He hits a solid double down the line. So Trevino on second with nobody out. And here come the Mets. Trevino hit 256 during the season. And he's hitting over 300 for me. So now here's Doug Flynn. The Expos will not play the corners in. Pitcher spot on deck is Bomback. He can swing a little bit. So let's see what they do. Do they want to at least try to get to Youngblood spot in the lineup with 2 outs? So Flynn will bat. We'll see if he can get Trevino to third. Ramos sets the target. Let's see if they're doing anything on the havoc. Nothing. We're going to roll some dice. Lee from the stretch. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 2-5 for Flynn, and he does it. We give Doug Flynn a chance to bat, and he hits a line drive down the line. That will score Trevino from second. 1-7's a double. We rolled an 8. Flynn stops at first, and the Mets tie it at 1. Oh, he goes to third. Hang on. Wait. Oh, he's a lefty. Hang on. 2-5 lefties, a triple, 1-8. He rolled an 8. Oh. Doug Flynn triples. So a big triple for Doug Flynn. 8 triples on the season, and he found one. So Doug Flynn triples. Mets tied at 1, and here is Mark Bomback. The Expos will play the infield back, giving the Met the lead if they hit it anywhere. Bomback steps up. Ramos behind the plate. Lee from the stretch. And here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 6-7 to a righty. And let's put that on the thing and see what we find. 6-7 on Bill Lee's card. And that's a base hit. Holy cow, an 8. And that will drive home Flynn. Bomback stops at first, and the Mets take a 2-1 lead. So the Mets now hitting the ball here. Here is Joel Youngblood's turn. So Youngblood in the ball game grounded out his first time up. Let's roll the havoc here. Nothing going on. Runner at first, nobody out. Havoc. Ramos behind the plate puts the sign down. Lee from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 2-11 to a lefty is a ground ball to first. That is nicely done. Bomback will go to second. Good job by Joel Youngblood. Runner on second and 1 out. Here's a shortstop, Mr. Bill Allman. So Allman so far struck out his first time up. Runner on second, 1 out. Mets now lead 2-1. Ramos sets the target. Bill Lee from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 4-9 to a righty. Ground ball to shortstop. Will not move Bomback over. That will be picked up by Spire. Throws him out for out number 2. So now here's Mazzilli. Perfect opportunity. Let's see if they walk Mazzilli here with Steve Henderson on deck. This would be an interesting situation. They don't, so they will pitch to Mazzilli, a hot hitter against left-handed pitching. Bill Lee from the stretch gets a sign from Allman, gets a sign from Ramos. Here's the pitch. And 1-4 is a ground ball down the third. That is going to be Parrish. Makes the play to first, and the Mets are done in the third. But they get 2. We go to the bottom of the third. Mets lead 2-1. So, so now the Expos have a chance here. Let's see, it's 2-1 Montreal. It will be LaFleur, followed by Scott in office. So Mark Bomback working his fourth inning. Working again, these Met pitchers are not much stronger than a 5.0 weakness. Trevino sets the target. Bomback with the windup. Here is the pitch. And that's going to be a 2-8 for LaFleur. Ground ball down the third. Matic has got to hurry. Throws him out. And there's your first out. So again, nice play by Matic. And now here's Rodney Scott. He's 0 for 1. He lined out his first time up. Scott has to learn to get the ball on the ground with that speed of his. Sometimes he lofts it, and it doesn't do him any good. Kind of a Willie Mays Hayes situation. You want to make sure you hit the ball on the ground, and good things happen. Trevino sets the target. Bomback with the windup, and here's the pitch. That's going to be a 6-7 to a lefty, and that is a ground ball to second base. Let's see if they make Doug Flynn bobble with the speed. Flynn made an error, I believe, in game 1. He's a 1-8. He's not going to give up the hit. Here's the throw. 1. Oh, he barely makes the play because he's a 1. On 11, he makes the out. So Doug Flynn makes a nice throw, and that's all for the Expo. Nope, 2 outs. Here's Roland Office. He gets his first at bat. He came in on the Andre Dawson hit by pitch, who went out, and he'll be day by day. So Roland Office, he'll bat left-handed here. Office on the season, been a good backup, 282, 4 homers, 21 ribbies. Mark Bomback with the windup, and here's the pitch after getting the sign from Trevino, and that's going to be a 6-10 to a lefty. That's a fly ball right field, and Mark Bomback does the job. 3 up, 3 down, go to the Expos. Let's go to the fourth, 2-1 Mets. So 2-1 Mets, we play the fourth. Steve Henderson followed by Jerry Morales and Elliot Matic. It's Henderson, Morales, and Matic. The bat for the Mets here in the fourth. 2-1 Mets. So Bill Lee on the mound here in the fourth. Let's roll the havoc. Make sure there's no changes. Henderson the bat. Bill Lee with the windup. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 1-9 again. 1-9 to the lefties. Ground ball back to the mound. Nice play there by Bill Lee. Picks up and throws him out for out number 1. Here's Jerry Morales. Flied out his first time up. Ramos sets the target. Bill Lee with the windup and delivery. Left-handed to right-handed matchup. 3-7 to a lefty. It's a single. That's why Jerry Morales stays in this team. He does a nice job of hitting for these Mets. And now he's on at first with nobody out. Morales has an interesting chance to steal. Let's look at the card. I don't have it in front of me. And we'll see what Morales can steal on. So Jerry Morales, let's look inside the numbers. He gets picked off on way too many easy numbers. We will not run him. So run first, 1 out. He's not being held on either. Cromartie is playing in back of him. Maddox 0 for 1, flied out his first time up. Ramos sets the target. Lee from the stretch. Let's roll the havoc. Nothing going on. Here's the pitch. 1-8 to Maddox. A line drive down the Parrish. Oh, and Morales, boy, he had to get back in a hurry. Maddox hit a bullet, but right at the third baseman. So with 2 outs, here's Trevino. We talked about Alex being hot. He's hitting .301, no homers, 17 RBIs, 8 doubles, and 2 triples. So he's had a pretty good season. He's going to get 355 at-bats. He's going to be a key configure on this team. He's not ever going to hit a home run, but boy, against a lefty, he can swing the bat a bit. Ramos sets the target. Lee from the stretch. Let's roll the havoc. Make sure nothing's going on. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 6-4 from Lee. That's a fly ball center field. Dawson was a 1. This is not Dawson. This is White. This is Office. He's not too bad. He's a 2E4. And on a 17, he makes the easy play, and on a 12, there's no error. Trevino flies out the center. We played 3.5, 2-1 Mets.
I was trying to distract her.
So now Ellis Valentine will bat for the Expos. He'll be followed by Valentine, Cromartie, and Parrish here in the fourth. 2-1 ball game Mets. Valentine the hitter. He's 0 for 1. Walked his first time out. Let's roll the havoc. Make sure he's not going to try to bunt. Of course he won't. But we want to make sure. Trevino sets the target. Bomback with the windup. Here's the pitch. That's a 5-10, and that's a catch X. That will be Trevino. He'll throw away the mask. He's a 2E10. Let's see what kind of job on a 2E10 he does. That's a 16. That's going to be a foul out. He calls everyone off. And on a 14, makes the catch. So nice job by Trevino. He drifted him almost into fair territory. One away. And now here is Warren Cromartie. RBI single his first time up. The only Expo run. Mets lead 2-1. So now Trevino sets the target. Bomback with the windup. Here's the pitch from the Havoc. Gets it. Here it is. 4-7 to a lefty. It's a single. Ooh, that Bomback card is not pretty if you hit the wrong spots. 2 hits for the Crow. And he is starred. Let's see what he does. But he with a -2, -1, and -5. So for him to steal, it's only going to be a 50%. Mazzilli play on the bag with him. Parrish the batter. Trevino sets the target. Bomback. Trevino trying to play outside. He wants Parrish to kind of hit in one of those 6-4-3 double plays. Bomback from the stretch gets the sign. Looks over at Cromartie. Let's roll the Havoc. Nothing going on. And here's the pitch. That's a 4-8 to a righty, and that's a single right field. Parrish hits it the other way. There is no one covering first. That goes in the right field. Youngblood with a strong arm, and Cromartie will hold. 2 on and 1 out for the Expos. So now here's Chris Spire. Spire grounded out his first time up. Bomback trying to get out of this little trouble. Mets may have to go this bullpen a lot quicker than they expected.
For how long?
Let's look at this team and see who's available. Oh, Ray Burris is back on this team. That is nice to see. They miss Burris. Again, he's had that long outing at one time, so just to let you know, he's back on this team. So let's see if anybody else. They wonder who they lost. So Reardon is available. Houseman, Glenn, Allen. So Allen, Reardon, all the normals. And it looks like Burris may be set in this rotation. Probably will pitch in this 5-game set. So Spire the batter, 2 on, 1 out. Trevino puts down the sign. Bomback from the stretch. Let's roll the Havoc. Make sure no bunts going on. There's not. Here's the pitch to Spire. 2-2 for Spire. Let's see. That is a single on a 1 and 2. Let's see. I don't think he got the 2. It's a 16. And that is going to be a popped up. Good play there by Allman. Makes the catch. And there's 2 outs. So now here's Bill. Now here's Ramos. Boy, what an opportunity for him to be in this lineup. Mets are happy it's not Carter. 2 on, 2 outs. Ramos the hitter. Trevino sets the target. Bomback from the stretch. Let's go ahead and roll the Havoc. Here's the pitch to Ramos. 3-10. Line drive to the second base. Doug Flynn is there. And the Expos are turned away in the 4th. They strand 2. We go to the top of the 5th. It is 2-1 Mets. For the Mets, it'll be Doug Flynn, followed by Bomback and Youngblood. Flynn, RBI triple his last time up. That was Flynn's 5th triple of the year. He hit 8 in 1980. So now Ramos behind the plate sets the target. Lee with the windup, and here's the delivery. And now here is 6-8 to the righty, and that's a single for Doug Flynn. He does it again. So Flynn with 2 hits. Runner on first and nobody out for Bomback, and it definitely will be a bunt situation. So we'll definitely put down the bunt here. Here comes a sacrifice by Bomback. He lays it down, and oh, strike 2. Let's see, they'll stay with the bunt. Get it down, Mark. Let's see, and no, he gets the job done. So there you go. Big sacrifice by Mark Bomback. Flynn over to second. And good job by Mark. He gets a pat on the back. Runner on second and 1 out. Brings the top of the lineup, Joel Youngblood. Youngblood, again, he's grounded out twice. Big opportunity for Joel to get a big RBI here. Ramos sets the target. Lee from the stretch. Let's roll the Havoc. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 1-8 to a lefty. Oh, he dead rolled him in his 1 column. Line drive third base. Parrish is there. And oh, that's a disappointment with everything in that 1 column. Here is Bill Allman. The Mets just not getting breaks. 2 outs here in the 5th. And now here's Allman. He is not clutch. He loses one in the clutch in that 3 column. There's not much there to begin with, although he does have a solid trip sitting there. Runner on second, 2 outs, Allman the hitter. Ramos sets the target. Lee from the stretch, and here's the pitch. This will be a 4-9, and that will be a ground ball shortstop. Oh my, that's picked up by Spire. Picks it up and throws them out, and the Mets strand a runner on second. Let's go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's point of weakness time, 2-1 Mets. So let's see if they bat Bill Lee here. It's only the 5th inning. I'm sure they would. He'll be followed by LaFleur and Scott. Trevino sets the target. Let's make sure you don't bat for Lee. They don't. He'll bat for himself. So Lee sets up, left-handed hitter. Trevino sets the target. Mark Bomback with the windup and delivery. 6-10 to a lefty. The fly ball on the right field. That's a nice play for Youngblood. He comes on in and makes the catch for out number 1. So with 1 out, here's LaFleur. He's 0 for 2. Trevino sets the target. Mark Bomback looks in, gets the sign. Let's roll the havoc. Make sure he's not going to try to bunt for a base hit. Here's the pitch to LaFleur. 4-5. The ground ball to short. Again, hit the ball on the ground. Nice play by Allman. Throws it across the diamond and a zilly for 2nd out. So now here's Rodney Scott. He's 0 for 2. Lined out and grounded out. So they're getting all the fast Expos off the bases here in the 5th. Trevino sets the target. Bomback with the windup and delivery. And that's going to be a 4-5 to lefty. Ground ball to second. That's an easier play for Scott. For Doug Flynn. He got in front of him, throws them out, and the Expos go 3 up, 3 down. Nice point of weakness inning for Bomback. We go to the 6th. It's 2-1 Mets. So now the Mets will send up Lee Mazzilli. He'll be followed by Steve Henderson and Jerry Morales against Bill Lee in the 6th inning. Bill Lee, this is his point of weakness inning. Ramos sets the target. Bill Lee with the windup. Here's the delivery. And that's going to be a 6-9 to a righty. Ground ball to shortstop. Oh, he just missed some stuff there. That will be Spire. He's at 329. That may not be so good. Let's see. That's a 17. He fills it. He gets a strong throw off and makes the play. Nice job by Spire. Out number 1. Here's Henderson. He struck out and ground out so far. He's 0 for 2. Mets with 5 hits. The Expos with 3. Ramos sets the target. The eccentric Bill Lee, the left-hander. And here is the pitch to Steve Henderson. And deals 6-6. Righties, a fly ball center field. Roland Office is there. Comes in and makes the catch. And Henderson is out for 2. And now here's Jerry Morales. He's flied out and singled. 1 for 2 in the ball game. Again, let's roll the havoc. Let's see if Bill Lee gets through 6. Ramos sets the target. Bill Lee with the windup and delivery. That's going to be a 5-4. And that's going to be, that could be a ballpark home run, but I don't think that's going to be deep enough. 5-4 on Lee. That is a home run, 1-4, 17, and Morales will get robbed. Ron LaFleur is there. So Bill Lee has given the Expos 6. They'll probably go to their bullpen as we go to the last of the 6th. So now the Expos will send up Office, Valentine, and Cromartie, the tough part of this Expo lineup, against Mark Bomback, who's pitching in his 2nd inning past point of weakness. Office 0 for 1, flied out his first time up. He scored a run in the 1st. Trevino set the target. Bomback from the windup hit. Here's the pitch. 2-10 for Office. Is going to be a line drive first base. Mazzilli had it played perfectly down the line for the 1st out. Holy cow, 1 away. So 1 away here. Okay, 1 away. Here is Alice Valentine. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Trevino sets the target. Mark Bomback with the windup and delivery. And that's going to be a 1-7 on Ellis Valentine. 1-7 versus a lefty. That's going to be against a righty. Whew. A 7 is a walk. So luckily for 2, he's hit Bomback quite well. That's 1 off the point of weakness. Trevino sets the target. Bomback with the stretch and the pitch. That's going to be a 4-10. That's a ballpark single to a lefty. That's a 1-12. That's a 1. That's a solid base hit for Cromartie. And that's 2 hits in this ball game. Wait a minute. Oh, it's 4-10. 4-10, the Bomback is a ballpark single. Ballpark singles are 1-12. That's a 1. That's a base hit. 2 on and 1 out. So, okay, the Expos now, again, oh, they're going to try, send Valentine to third. He's a 1-15. They're not going to try to roll either. Valentine takes third. First in, third, and 1 out. And now the Mets have a little bit of a problem, and it's the big hitter Larry Parrish. He hits righties a little more better than lefties. So let's see what the Mets do. This is the game they really want to win here. It's a 5-game series. You got to be careful in usage on this bullpen. They're going to run out of a pitcher eventually at some point, and they're going to have to extend one of their starters longer than they'll need to. Is this the game they want to really kill their bullpen off and go Reardon Allen and try to get them through this? Or do they want to throw somebody else out there, 1 out in the 6th? Who's going to get exhausted in this one and not come back probably for Game 3 is the question. So 2-1. Expos have 4 hits. Mets playing the infield back. They're going to try to get a ground ball A on Parrish to turn this double play. Trevino sets the target, puts up the signs. Bomback from the stretch. Let's do it. Here's the pitch. 6-8 to a righty is a fly ball left field. It didn't matter. Parrish got the ball in the air. This will tie it. Henderson comes over. He makes the catch. Not nearly a strong enough arm. Scoring easy is Valentine, and it is a 2-2 ball game. So Cromartie on it first, 2 out. Expos tied here in the 6th. Here's Spire. He's grounded out and lined out 0-2. Trevino sets the target. Bomback from the stretch. Here's the pitch, and we roll the havoc. 2-7 is going to be a single 1-17. Does Spire get the luck? Yes, he does. It's on a 7. So Spire base hit. Cromartie will stop at second, and he's tired. So now the Mets have to make some kind of decision. It'll be Matic, Trevino, Flynn, and then the pitcher spot. With Ramos, who's been kind of a weak hitting hitter will stay in the game. The Bomback will pitch to him. He's got to make a strong pitch right now, though. Trevino sets the target. Bomback from the stretch. He gets the sign. Here's the pitch. Big key. 3-10. Ramos. Line drive second base at Flynn and ends the inning. So Mark Bomback does a strong 6 innings. It's now 2-2. Bullpens will probably take over. Bill Lee working his 7th inning of work. Both teams with 5 hits. It'll be Maddox followed by Trevino and Flynn. 2-2 tie. Mets needing a win in the worst case. Astros lead the Giants 4-2. The Padres lead the Reds 5-3, and the Dodgers lead the Braves 2-1. Not much going on in the National League East today. Maddox the hitter. Ramos behind the plate. Here's the pitch from Lee. And that's going to be a 3-5. It struck him. Maddox down on strikes. Bill Lee still has a little left in the tank. 1 away. They need a hit here so they can get the Bomback spot in the lineup. Here's Trevino. Ramos sets the target. Lee with the windup. Here is the pitch to Trevino. Does he extend it? 5-7. That's a single 1-19. That's a 13. Alex Trevino does it again. So Trevino does it again. 1-19 single, rolls a 13. Trevino got 2 hits. So runner on first and 1 out. Here's Flynn. He's 2 for 2 today. So Doug Flynn having one of those Doug Flynn type days. So let's see if he can get a base hit. Again, on deck circle is the pitcher spot. You won't see probably Claudel lefty. They're going to have to go to somebody else. Ramos behind the plate. Lee from the stretch. Let's roll the havoc here. And here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 1-8. Stay out of the double play. Yes, fly ball center field. That will be Office. Makes the catch for the second out here in the 7th. So now Bomback's turn the lineup, and they will go somewhere else with them. Let's see. Let's see. Well, we're going to have to make our decision first. I can't roll the havoc and see. So I actually can. Let's see. Let's roll the havoc. He stays in the game. So let's see. So go to the visitors. So Mark Bomback is pulled back out. A lefty-lefty matchup that keeps Washington and Jorgensen really out of the mix. The only really option they have two is Frank Tavares or Danny Norman. I don't want Tavares in there yet. So Danny Norman will come in and swing. So Danny Norman, right-handed hitter. He is hitting .224, home run and 3 RBIs. Been up 49 times. Runner on first, 2 outs. Ramos behind the plate gets the sign. Bill Lee with the havoc. Here's the pitch. And there it is, a 6-5 from Lee. Ground ball to short. Good play from Spire. Pitches it to Scott and ends the inning. Let's get up and stretch here in Montreal. It's 2-2. Grab your Molson. Expos 2 runs on 6 hits. The Expos 2 runs on 5 hits. The Expos will send up, I believe, if I'm correct, it will be Parrish, right? No. So a pinch hitter for Bill Lee. So you have a pinch hitter for Lee. So whoever I put in there, again, LaFleur and Scott, the dangerous part of the order. So now let's see what Tom Houseman's hold is. He's a 0, so that won't kill you. So let's bring Tom Houseman in. He has been one of the bread and butter guys on this team. Houseman on the season so far is 6-5, 1 save, 2.42 ERA, 92 hits, 104 innings. Last of the 7th, 2-2 score. And let's see who bats for the spaceman, Bill Lee. And it's going to be, why? Wait, hang on, that doesn't make sense. Why bat Bill Lee here? Computer should be running Montreal here. They are. Montreal's run by the computer, and they're still leaving Lee in the bat in the 7th inning. That is nuts. So, okay. Use the computer's very aggressive in putting pinch hitters in, but they'll leave Lee in there against Houseman. That's fine. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 6-9 to a lefty. And that, how about that? That's going to be a line drive in the gap for Lee, and that's a double. So Bill Lee leads off the 7th with a double, and the Mets have been stunned. So Bill Lee, batting for himself in the 7th inning, gets himself a double, and now here's LaFleur. Houseman has been so good for the Mets so far. So now Trevino sets the target. Houseman from the stretch. Let's see what happens here. Surprised they're not running for him here. Here's the pitch. 2-6. 2-6 LaFleur. He just missed some stuff on his card too. 2-6, the fly ball center field. That is Morales, comes in and makes the catch for the first out. So first out here in the 7th, Lee holds, and here's Rodney Scott. Golden opportunity for the Expos here in the 7th. Can Houseman stop and slam the door? Trevino sets the target. Houseman from the stretch. Let's roll the havoc. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 1-7 for Scott. He walked him. So Scott's now on at first. He is anchored by Lee at second, so the Scott speed won't play to anything besides an extra base hit, and the Mets can't afford that. This is where you miss Andre Dawson. Off is the batter. He's 0 for 2 with the run scored. He replaced Dawson the first inning after a hit by pitch. Trevino sets the target. Houseman from the stretch. Let's roll the havoc. Here's the pitch. And that's a 4-5 to a lefty. Fine. Ground ball shortstop. That's Allman. This could be where you wanted Tavares probably in. 4-5. So let's see. Does Bill Allman's 4E44 kill you or not? Here's the play from Allman. It's a 4. It goes through for a base hit. On 11's a base hit. Allman cannot get to it. Lee scores, and the Expos lead 3-2. So the Expos lead 3-2. First and third, 1 out. And here's Ellis Valentine. They're playing for a double play, but I don't like that decision at all. So let's bring the infield in. I'm bringing the infield in on my terms. First and third, 1 out, 3-2 Expos. The Expos looking to sweep this one and put the Mets even further back of 2.5 back, and that sucks on a day where the Phillies did not play. So Trevino sets the target. Houseman working from the stretch. Let's roll the havoc. Here's the pitch. 5-8 on Houseman is a fly ball center field. That's as good as an out. Center fielder's Morales. He's got a good arm. Scott will score easy, and the Expos have now lead 4-2. So Roland Office on at first with 2 outs, and here's Cromartie. He's 3 for 3, 3 hits in the ball game. Trevino sets the target. Houseman from the stretch, and the pitch. And that's a 4-7 as a single 1-3. That's a 7. Finally, Doug Flynn steps in front of one for the first out. So we go to the last, we go to the 8th. Expos score 2. It's 4-2 Montreal. So now Bill Lee out in his 8th inning of work, which is, I guess I never set this team up to use their usage. So Lee will work into the 8th inning. He'll pitch to Youngblood, Allman, and Mazzilli. I'm guessing Frank Tavares will probably be on deck for Allman, and then Maz. So a lot of hitters against lefty who you want out there. So let's see. They're going to keep him in there. Here's the windup and delivery. That's a 3-7 ground ball to short. Boy, Youngblood cannot find anything today. And that's Spire makes the play to Cromartie. 1 out in the 8th. And now here's Allman, and they will call him back. And here's Frank Tavares. He needs to jumpstart this offense in a hurry. So here comes Tavares. So Tavares will swing. Stay in the game, shortstop. He's hitting. He took the game 2 off. 310 hitter, 38 RBIs. Ramos sets the target. Bill Lee with the windup and delivery. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 4-2 to righty. Ground ball to first. That's Mazzilli. That's Cromartie. This could be an interesting play for Crow. He's a 4-15. Not great. Let's see, does he make it? No. A 5? No. He lets it go through for a base hit. There's no error. And Tavares is on, and he is an auto steal. So Tavares down by 2. Gets the auto steal, so it's an automatic +2 to Tavares. So we're definitely stealing second here. 17 or better. Oh, and he gets second without even a throw. Ramos lost in his hands. Tavares gets a steal. So Tavares on its second and 1 out. The Mets now bring the tying runners up, and this is a spot you either walk Mazzilli or you get somebody else in this game. Let's see if Jim Fanning decides to do something different here. He leaves Lee in the game. Boy, this is a spot for Mazzilli to crank one. He wants something in his 2 column. He's got power galore. 17 homers on the year. Here is the havoc rolled. Everything is good. Here's the pitch to Mazzilli. 3-5-2, a lefty is a walk, and Mazzilli walks. So Mazzilli's on at first. That puts excellent speed on the bases. Anything in the alley should tie this game up. So now Steve Henderson's got to be a hero. First and second, 1 out. Mets trailing by 2. And here's Hendu can do. So Henderson comes up. Boy, can he use a swing somewhere. Let's look at his card. No, he is a W versus a lefty, so any end home runs is nullified. So let's see for Hendu can do here. Henderson against a lefty. Ramos sets the target. Lee from the stretch, runners on first and second, 1 out. You want anything but a double play ball. Here's the pitch. 4-8, and he gets a good swing at it. That's a shot down the line. That's a double. It could score 2. Tavares will score. Does Mazzilli score is the question. It's a 19. It's a double. 1-14 scores Mazzilli with 1 out. Let's see. Henderson automatically goes to second on a double. You'll have 2 outs with Matic on board. Do they try to risk it, or do they go second and third, 1 out, and give Morales a chance? They are going to hold Mazzilli at third, and Bill Lee's tired. So Jim Fanning's going to have to go to this bullpen. So second and third, 1 out in the 8th. Expos lead 4-3. Golden opportunity, 70% chance. And now here is Morales. Let's see who they bring in. They got so many righties, lefties on the bench. They are praying for a righty at this point. So let's see what happens. Roll the havoc. And it will be Elias Sosa, one of them people Reggie Jackson homered in the 1977 World Series. Sosa on the year, 3-5, 6 saves, 3.56 ERA, 79 hits in 61 innings. So Sosa, the right-hander, he's always been a dominant type right-hander. So let's see what Houseman's going to do. Let's go into our dugout and call for a pinch hitter for Jerry Morales, who's been 1 for 3 today. Sosa's a 5R, so you definitely want a lefty in here. And you might as well bring the guy out who has to start being a hero. It's going to be Claudell Washington. It's a non-clutch situation. He'll stay in the game, probably play center, or you'll probably see the switches with Mike Jorgensen coming in at first. So Claudell Washington, second and third, 1 out. Hero time to be Claudell. Let's see if Claudell has it in the bones. Ramos sets the target. You need to get the ball in the air. Expos playing the infield in. Sosa from the stretch. Let's roll the havoc. And Washington gets the intentional walk. How about that? Which means now Elliot Matic has to come up. And now let's look at the mid bullpen and see if Elliot Matic, who has a pretty good 2 card, can do some work. The Mets do not have a backup third baseman. They do Jesus Marino, 46 at-bats. He's been up 10 times on the season. He's a 465, and I would dread to put him at third. So now they may have to bat Matic out of necessity. They don't really have another. Bruce Benton is a catcher. He's not been up at all in the majors. No at-bats. If they do that, then they move Trevino to third, who's played third this year, and he's a 465. So again, Elliot Matic will save the bat in the game. Bases loaded, 1 out. The computer decides to give Washington all 4s. They bring the infield in. Paris Spire, Scott Cromartie up on the turf. Otis LaFleur with what they call a green light of an arm. Office is a moderate yellow. Cromartie is a stop, please, on a red. You don't run on Ellis Valentine. So you don't want a fly ball right field B question mark to Valentine. That would suck. Mazzilli's 1-16. They need to take advantage of it. They need to get a sac fly to left field, not let LaFleur's arm play into it, and have Mazzilli score here. They need to tie it somehow. Ramos sets the target. Sosa from the stretch. Here's the pitch on the havoc, and the pitch. It's going to be a 2-10. That's a single 1-12. That's a 4 base hit. Elliot Matic, he does the job. So a 4 base hit will score Mazzilli from third. Does it score Henderson? No, and everyone just moves up 1 base. We are tied at 4 here in the 8th. The Mets showing some chutzpah here in the 8th. So now here's Alex Trevino, 2 for 3 with a double. He has to stay in this game. Doesn't hit righties extremely well, but a golden opportunity. 4-4 is your score. 1 out in the 8th. Here is the pitch to Trevino. Bases loaded, 1 out. Infield stays in. 4-3 fly ball right field. That is Ellis Valentine. He's a 2E10. Does Valentine come up with a key play? 16. No, he comes in with a charge and throws. Not in time. Henderson has to hold. Valentine threw an absolute dart to the plate to Ramos. Holy cow, there's that gun. 2 outs in the 8th. And now it's up to Doug Flynn, who's anti-clutch. So now you have to hit off a pitcher's card. 5R is Sosa. Mets need some help. Ramos behind the plate sets the target. Sosa from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Flynn. 5-7 base hit. Doug Flynn is third in the game. The Mets score. Henderson scores. Here comes Washington. He's a 1-19. He's coming around the score and does. Mets lead 6-4 with a 4-run 8th. So now Tom Houseman, he will come out of this game a 6-4 lead, and they'll bring in Mike Jorgensen. This is going to be a whole bunch of changes here. So Jorgensen to bat with 2 outs. Well, maybe I shouldn't have bat Jorgensen there. Hang on. Let's rechange. Oh, and I don't want to undo that. Can I change it? Oh, undo last play. That's going to be, yeah, I'm going to get rid of the single there. That's not going to be what I wanted. Yeah, damn it. So, okay, it's a 5-7. Let's see if they still score the run from second. Let's see. 5-7, single 1-19, score the lead runner. He does. Okay. So now let's go to the visiting bullpen. We don't want Jorgensen in this spot because he has to come in and play the fields. They're going to have to use one of their other ones. And they're going to use Jesus Marino, 3 for 10, just to get him in the lineup here. So here comes Marino, his first time. So Marino comes up against Sosa, the right-hander. Let's roll the havoc. First and second with 2 outs and the pitch. And that's going to be a 6-7 ground ball to second. That is Rodney Scott. Rodney Scott is a 2E16. Let's see if Scott makes the play on a 15. He should. And on a 12, and does. So the Mets score 4 in the 8th. It's 6-4 Mets, and there's going to be a bunch of positional changes to be made. So they can move a normal pitcher in. So Reardon will come in and pitch the inning. So here comes Reardon. He'll be in the 8th. And now the Mets need to make wholesale changes. Frank Tavares stays in the game, plays shortstop. Lee Mazzilli will go in and play center field, while the new first baseman will be Mike Jorgensen. So Mike Jorgensen stays in. Claudel Washington comes out. And there's your defensive changes for the Mets. Let's reset it. Henderson, Mazzilli, Youngblood, Matic, Tavares, Flynn, and Jorgensen, Trevino, and Reardon on the mound. Reardon so far, 9-3, 3 saves, 1.63 ERA. He'll pitch to Parrish, followed by Spire, and probably a pinch hitter for Ramos and Lee coming up. So here we go, last of the 8th, 6-4 Mets. The Mets score 4 in the 8th. Trevino sets the target. Reardon with the windup. They'll pitch to Parrish, and that's going to be a 2-12. Oh, he just missed his power down there, and he grounded it back to the first baseman. Jorgensen's there, calls off Reardon for the first out. This is Spire now. Spire is 1 for 3. Let's see if they bat for Spire. They don't. He'll bat for himself. Trevino sets the target. Here's the pitch from Reardon, the Spire. Righty-righty matchup. 4-7, he got him looking, and Reardon does the job. 2 outs here in the 8th. And here's Ramos. Let's see if they bat for him here. And they will. They will bat Jerry White. So Jerry White grabs the bat. He's hitting 210 home run, 8 RBIs, which means Gary Carter is going to have to come probably catch the last couple innings. Trevino sets in the target. Reardon with the windup and delivery. And that's going to be a 2-7. Ground ball down the first again. Nice play by Jorgensen. He waits for Reardon, pitches it to him, and the Expos are done in the 8th. So Gary Carter will now catch as we move to the top of the 9th. Sosa's turn in the lineup comes up first, and he'll stay in there to pitch to Youngblood, Tavares, and Mazzilli. So here's Youngblood. He's 0 for 4 in the ball game. Carter sets the target. Lilius Sosa on the mound gets the sign. Here's the pitch. Top of the 9th, righty-righty matchup. 3-6 is a single 1-16. It's a 6. Base hit Youngblood. So Youngblood finally gets on here. A 6 single, and now he's 1 for 5. So Youngblood on at first with no one out. 6-4 Mets. Tavares 1 for 1. Run scored. Again, he comes in the ball game. He makes things happen. Carter sets the target. Sosa from the stretch, and here's the pitch. That's going to be a 3. That's going to be a 3-10 for Frankie T. That's a single to left field. 2 at-bats, 2 hits for Tavares. Holy cow, and Tavares just continues to work well. Youngblood's a 1-15. He's going to try to go to third, and does. So the Mets have first and third, no outs, trying to add some insurance here in the 9th, and here's Mazzilli. 0 for 3 of the runs scored. He walked in that pivotal 8th inning. So now the Mets trying to get something. Carter sets the target. Lilius Sosa from the stretch. Let's roll the havoc. Tavares is going to try to steal. Hang on. We're not going to let that go. He's going to try to steal. He's going to try to steal second. Here he goes on a 1-11. Ooh. that could be interesting on Tavares. Does he beat the throw? Yes, he does. Tavares, only on a 1-11, gets the steal. And it's second and third. That's his second stolen base in 2 attempts. And now the Mets have second and third no outs. So Mazzilli a chance. What does Mazzilli do here? The Expos have to play the infield in. Carter sets the target. Sosa from the stretch. Here is the pitch. And that's going to be a 2-10. There's his power. Not against a right-hander, though, but that should knock in both runs. That's a rope. Oh, that's a double for Mazzilli. It skids the line down to the wall. A double on a 1. Mazzilli rolled a 1. So that's a double. Oh, wait a minute. We're not doing that. Hang on. Send leading runner. And hold the trailing runners. Let's see. Does he score anyway? Yes, he does. So he scores anyway. Mazzilli will just take a long signal. I think it's a 2-10 to Mazzilli. Oh, 2-10 to a righty. Let's make sure what Mazzilli's card looked like. And let's see. 2-10 is a double. I don't know why it rolled that, but okay. I think I rolled it 2. Nope, 2-7 would have been an out. Oh, I rolled a 3-7. No, okay. Well, the Mets scored, and that's what's in. Oh, there it is. 2 10s up there. 2-10 versus a righty is he should have gotten credit for that. I don't know why he didn't get credit on the split. So Mets now lead 8-4. They've scored 6 over the last 2 innings. Here's Henderson, 1 for 4 with a double. Carter sets the target. Sosa with the pitch, and it's going to be a 2-4. And that's a strikeout for Steve Henderson. So Henderson down on strikes. And that is out number 1. 8-4 Mets, 1 out in the 8th. Here's Mike Jorgensen. His first at bat, he came in defensively. Carter sets the target. Sosa from the stretch. And here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 6-6. And that's a single 1-11. He rolled the 4. Base hit Mike Jorgensen. Welcome to the lineup. So the Mets bring in their extras here. And they get a big base hit out of Mike Jorgensen. Mazzilli will stop at second. 2 on and 1 out. Here's Elliot Maddox, 1 for 4. Huge RBI back in the 8th inning. Carter sets the target. Sosa from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 3-9 for Maddox. Ground ball, second base. Tough play for Scott. Everyone will go 90 feet, and that's the second out of the inning. Nice play from Scott, not letting it go into right field. Second and third, 2 outs, and here's Trevino. He continues to hit the ball. Double in the 3rd, single in the 7th. He flied out against Sosa in the 8th. So 2 outs, 2nd and 3rd. Carter sets the target. Sosa from the stretch, and here's the... Nope, they walk Trevino to put up Doug Flynn, who has been probably the hottest Met hitter today. He has singled twice, tripled, and has 3 runs batted in. Carter sets the target. Sosa from the stretch, and here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 6-7 against Sosa. Ground ball second. That's going to be Rodney Scott to end this inning. Scott so far is a 2E16. Let's look at this. 2E16 out of 17 is going to be good. And then on a 13 does not commit the error and retires aside. Mets score 2. They lead 8-4. And Jeff Reardon will just stay out there, I believe, unless they decide to give the ball to somebody else. Again, you want to take any opportunity here. Ed Glenn will come in, and he'll try just to punctuate a 4-run Met win. So he'll pitch to a pinch hitter, obviously, and it's going to be Tim Raines, the youngster. So Tim Raines comes up. Raines has only been up 14 times, has 2 doubles. He's hitting .286. He's stolen 1 base. He's a youngster ready to come up in the major league level. He's a second baseman outfielder, and he's a switch hitter. Trevino sets the target, and Glenn with the windup, and here is the delivery. And that's going to be a 5-7, and that is a strikeout, and Tim Raines is introduced to the Met replay with a K. 1 away. He'll be back in the 1987 replay. Here's Ron LaFleur. He's 0 for 4. So Trevino sets the target. Ed Glenn with the windup, and here's the delivery. LaFleur is 0 for floor. 1-5. That's probably not good. That's a double to left field. So Tim Raines doubles down the left field line. Henderson gets it back in. And the Expos have a runner on second with 1 out. Remember what happened to the Yankees yesterday. No lead was safe. So now runner on second, 1 out. Neil Allen starts to get ready. Rodney Scott 0 for 3, runs scored. Trevino sets the target. Let's see if they bat for Scott. They do not. He's 0 for 3, runs scored, walked back in the 7th. Trevino sets. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a 3-5, 5-ball left field. That should be Henderson. He comes in on it, makes the catch for out number 2. So 2 outs, and now here's Roland Office. Expos down to the last out. Mets trying to finish it here. Trevino sets the target. Ed Glenn looks in, gets the sign. Is this going to be the finish here? Here's the pitch on a 2-3 ground ball down the second. That's an easy play for Doug Flynn. Flips it over to Jorgensen, and that's your ball game. And there's your happy recap, folks. The Mets coming back, storming back. They were down 4-2 heading down to the 8th, and the Mets scored 4 in the 8th and 2 in the 9th. So the Mets win this game by the score of 8-4. Again, the Expos scored 1 in the first. Mets came back with 2 in the third. Expos fought back with 1 in the 6th and 2 in the 7th. And then the Mets roared back with 4 in the 8th and 2 in the 9th. Mets 8 runs on 14 hits. The Expos 4 runs on 8 hits. No blemishes in the ball game. Tom Hausman came in, didn't pitch that well, gets the win. 1 inning, 2 hits, 2 runs. Both of them earned. Reardon will get a hold. He pitched a solid inning. Then Ed Glenn came in and mopped it up, a 4-run lead as they saved Neil Allen. This is a 5-game series. The Mets go to 59 and 46. They are now 1.5 games in back of the Phillies, who are idle today. Bill Lee, I think they stayed with him too long. I'll have to check this Expo team, make sure starters are getting out, and they should. Lee, 5 and 7, 7 and a third, 8 hits, 5 runs all earned, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. Sosa kind of got murdered in there. Inning and 2/3, 6 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, 2 walks and a strikeout. What had to do with the Mets be able to bring in lefties and switching things around. Mets win it here. And Mets defeated the Expos by a score of 8-4. Mets had a winning round in the 8th inning. They scored 4 runs on 4 hits. The critical play was by Doug Flynn, who silenced the crowd when he laced a base hit, scoring 2 base runners. Mets had 14 hits while the Expos had 8. Win was credit to Hausman, and who went 1 inning allowing 2 runs. Lee was hit with the loss. He gave up 8 hits and 1 walk in 7 1/3 innings. Let's go, folks, again to our game summary screen. For those who are watching, it is only 1 o'clock. I may get another game in before I start getting ready for work and all that fun stuff. So if you're here, please stay tuned. I might gear up another one out there and get something going. Probably something else. Either possibly the 87 Met replay, or we might play the Ron Guidry replay. So the next game between our Mets and the Phils, the Mets and the Expos, John Pasilla on the mound against Bill Gullickson. That will be a Tuesday night. Wednesday, August the 6th, Roy Lee Jackson takes on Scott Sanderson. Again, this is a 5-game series. Ray Burris makes his return to the mound and takes on Fred Norman. Let's take a look at our Fighting Phils right now. The Phils do not play again on Tuesday. They have a really weird schedule at this point. The Phillies, the Pirates, and the Cubs will play a doubleheader on Wednesday, while the Phillies will play the Cardinals. Bob Sykes takes on Bob Walk on a Wednesday, and on Thursday, John Fulgham takes on Steve Carlton. And then when we move to Friday night, Mets will play the Cardinals, while the Phillies and Pirates will play a huge series in Pittsburgh. So, folks, thank you for coming. I think a Ron Guidry replay start may be coming your way, so stay tuned for that if you want to. And as always, thank you for coming out to the Sports Time Machine as the New York Mets and Montreal Expos finish their Twilight doubleheader, and we move on to Game 3 of this 5-game series. Thank you, folks, for coming in. I appreciate all of you. Please have a good rest of the day. If you want to stay and watch more, stay tuned for more baseball right here on the channel.